housewife. Never. In fact, that was one thing I determined as a little girl. I'm Miss Christabel, a citizen of or indigene of Imo State. I reside in Port Harcourt. I'm a beautician. Yeah. I love everything about beauty, hair, makeup, fashion. Yes, I did. In fact, that was my beginning point. Not in uni though. From secondary school, I started to do business. Everything that makes a woman beautiful. Her hair, her makeup, her outfits, clothes and stuff like that.
So basically you're into this part of, only that part of fashion?
Yes, I make hair, I do makeup, I create clothes designs. Yeah, that's it for now. Nothing per se. It's something that, yeah, it just arose on its own right from childhood. No, okay. Right from childhood, I used to like looking beautiful. Fanciful, let me put it that way. I don't like looking too casual, or when I come out and somebody will be like, where's this one coming from? I like to, when I come out, I'm being complimented on my looks. So worst mistakes of my life? Living the kind of rough life I lived in school. Yeah, it's kind of my personal experience, but that's a part of my life I regret about. When I say my rough life in school, then I wasn't the partying kind of person. So you don't think about maybe party and stuff like that. No, I wasn't, never a runs girl. When I mean rough life, when it comes to relationship, I am basically very emotional. And then sometimes I let my emotions override me. Like, I make crazy decisions. I would like to drink out my sorrows and just hang out with crazy friends, smoking sometimes. And at a point I realized I couldn't continue with it, because if I should have, it would have been a habit of maybe by now I can't stop. At several points, I know there are some points in life I felt like giving up. Let me start by saying, when I was in school, in fact, my 4 years in school, my dad was out of job. It was just my mom trying to sustain the family and carry everyone along. I had other siblings in school as well. Things were really, really, really tough. And in fact, there were some times I will miss eating for some days. There are books I couldn't afford. So many things, even payments. Most times I end up on that late payment. And all those stuff really affected me. It affected me psychologically, mentally, even physically. My health, I was down at that point. And that was my beginning point at the same time in business per se. It kind of triggered me to think of something I could do to help myself out of the situation. At that point, I had to really have a deep thought on things I like as a person, things I feel crazy about, things that tickle my fancy per se, and how I could earn a living through that. And then somehow I thought about while I was a child. While growing, I used to like fashion and looking beautiful. And then I began to train myself. I trained myself in makeup. I trained myself in making hair, as in being a hairstylist, and then trained myself in how to create designs on clothing. When I trained myself, let me be detailed about it. I never, or let's say I don't remember meeting a person or paying tuition fee to learn what I can do right now. I did my research and observations. I watch when people do it. I watch how it's being done. I learn from the internet. If there's something I don't know and I want to know, I ask the Google, and it just gives me, even if it doesn't give me the perfect answer, I try to figure it out myself. Let me say, from when the braided wigs started trending, I was crazy about it. I liked how it looked like, and I really wanted to be part of it. I didn't know how to go about it. At some point, I asked my male hairstylist, and then he put me through. But the way he explained it to me then, it was more tedious. It was more taskful than I expected. So I, on my own, learned how to do it from the internet. By practice, I got my mannequin head, got a cap, got some attachments. I started as I was watching it on the internet. I was doing it on my own. My first trial, though, wasn't perfect. I could rate out of 100%, maybe 65%, but then it was appreciated. And further practice, I practiced on it. Sometimes I spend nights, hours doing it to make myself perfect. Okay, my business in the next 5 years, I should be owning a plaza where you can come do your hair as a lady, and as a male you barb your hair, and then a fashion house in the plaza, or the complex rather. I have my makeup studio, a standard one, and then another, in the fashion house you sell fabrics and stuff like that. As a teenager or as a 16-year-old, you don't have to rely so much on people or what people can give you. Rely on your inner self. What can I give myself? What can I do to even support the next person beside me? You don't have to be crazy about what an average teenager likes to do, like they hang out. If I'm not a runs girl, I can't make it, and stuff like that. You try to see 1 or 2 skills you can learn to help yourself as a teenage girl. And there's no big thing in learning. I know there are some teenage girls that want to say, there's no skill I can learn. No, I don't have patience. That's the problem. That's where the problem is, patience. You have to be patient. Success is all about patience. You don't just sleep and wake up one morning or start a business in one day and boom, you're successful in that day. It takes time, and in that period of time, it's patience. So as a teenage girl, I want to advise every teenage girl under 16, above 16, to build yourself, build your career. Start by learning skills. You don't just learn one skill. You can go further, learn many other skills you can. That's what we call multiple streams of income. I can't be a housewife, never. In fact, that was one thing I determined as a little girl. In fact, ordinarily, as a girl, myself, I don't like being idle. I like to do things. I mean, things I know can earn me money, things I know that can keep me busy, not just careless things. I like to try out new things. Yeah. So I'm not the housewife kind of person. I want a man who's going to support my dream, work with me to build my empire. Hey guys, I'm Christabel Charles by name. I'm a beautician by profession. Yeah, I do hair, wigs, makeup, clothes designs, and lots more. In fact, as a surprise, I made this myself. And you can reach me out on my WhatsApp platform 0810-4277-141, and then my Instagram handle at Jamila Empire. This is Infoscope Media. Keep watching. Stay tuned.